Are you thinking about studying in Sweden? Before you pack that bag, there are a few things you really need to know. I've been there before, I've done that, and let me tell you, there are definitely some surprises along the way. So, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of the things I wish I knew before coming to Sweden to study, especially when it comes to the universities, their pattern or culture of study. Trust me, this will save you a lot of unexpected stress. So, without wasting much of your time, let's dive into today's video. So first off, let's talk about the independent learning approach. In Sweden, universities emphasize on self-directed study. You won't have your professors spoon feed you information. Instead, you are expected to take initiative, do a lot of reading on your own, and actively participate in discussions. It's not about memorizing facts. No, it's definitely not about that. You need to know that you know all those la cram la pour that we did back home in our country. It's different from back home, right? So it's about you questioning your professor or having a lot of questions on your own. It's about you discussing. It's about you finding your own answers. So be prepared to manage your own time and learning because you'll be doing more of the learning yourself. Next thing I want to talk about is group work and collaborations. Group work and collaboration, they are very, it's a huge thing here in Sweden. So if you are not a fan of group work, get ready to change. Almost every course you will do involves group work. Yes, almost every course you will do, it involves group work or group project, and teamwork is highly valued here. So this can be a challenge if you are used to working solo. I mean, it was a challenge for me. At a point, I felt less of myself, to be honest with you. I felt less of myself, or would I say inferior. Reason is that most of your classmates, they are already, they some of them already know these things that they are teaching you. Remember, some of them did their bachelor's degree here, so the curriculum has already given them the information. So most of them are very knowledgeable about the subject that is probably being taught. And then there is you, or there I was, trying to acclimatize to the new teaching style. But to be honest with you, when you get a hang of it, like when you get used to it, you are going to be very okay. So you'll be working in teams frequently, which not only helps you learn from others, but also prepares you for real world or real life environment. Another thing I wish I knew is the credit system, or how the credit system works. In Sweden, each semester is divided into two periods, as I earlier stated in one of my videos, and you usually focus on one or two courses at a time. Usually, one course at a time, depending on the credit unit. I think there was a time we did two courses at a time because the credit unit was, I think, 7.5, so we did two at a time, so 7.5, 7.5. But most of the time they're always closely related, right? So you're going, and it's different, it's quite different from uh, what we are used to back home, right? So this was a good surprise to me. I would say good because for someone who is who you know, when you don't want jam-packed information. So that's why I said this was a good surprise for me. So it's always good, like, you focus on one course, finish that course, write an exam on that course, and move over to the next course. Do you get? So the credit system was a surprise to me, a good surprise at that. Another thing I wish I knew was the student professor relationship. It's much more informal than we are used to back home. We are used to showing a lot of respect with titles and formalities. In Sweden, it's a first name, and you call your professors by their first name. So it's a first name, and your professors are always open to discussion. Sometimes you'll be talking to your professor when a new person pass, you would think they are your fellow students, right? So this felt strange to me at first, but professors here encourage open discussion, and it's normal to address them by their first name. This made learning environments relaxed and more approachable. So when you come here and you see something like that, don't be surprised. Another thing that surprised me is free access to academic resources. One of the perks I didn't know about is the free access to academic resources. As a student, or as a student here in Sweden, you will have access to a whole wealth of online online, how do I say it, online papers. You have papers, you have research works and past questions. So these are available in the library. So these will be valuable to you in your studies. So make good use of these resources that are provided for you, because it's going to help you in a long run. So like I mentioned in my last video, one of the things that surprised me was their grading system. The exams and grading system was one area that was quite different from what I was used to. So instead of multiple courses and exam at the same time, in Sweden you usually focus on two courses at a time, like I said earlier. And the most shocking is the one you are allowed to retake the exam. Like when you fail, you retake the exam as many times as possible as you can retake it. And no, you don't need to pay another school fees in order to retake those exams. No. So you are going to retake those exams. Like I said in my previous video, when you are going to retake an exam, please, for the second time, do it well and do it perfectly, so that you don't need to keep retaking and retaking. Okay. So the next thing is the student union, or nations, or the student union department in Swedish university. They play a big role in university life. They are the ones in charge of organizing events. They provide support and even offer discount on services. So if possible, you can join one. It's a very good way for you to make friends, to immerse yourself in the Swedish student culture. So please, if possible, try to join a student union. Another thing that shocked me, or would I say that surprised me, um, was that you have to register to write an exam in advance. So, being enrolled in the course is one thing, writing the exam is another thing. So most people they take the courses, but they don't wish to write the exam, probably because they are not fully ready, or maybe they just want to come and take the course to see what the course is all about, or if it's something that they want to do. So the time for you to register for this exam will be communicated to you, right? So you are going to see it. So make sure to enroll for your exams early enough. Okay. So when they have an idea of how many students are going to be writing this exam, this makes them prepare well in advance. Probably with the amount of number, they will know which exam hall to use, that will be able to accommodate the amount of people that will be writing the exam. And of course, I cannot forget to mention fika. Fika in Sweden is a big thing, is a huge thing. Sweden has this fika culture. Yes, even in universities, it's time for you to take break and have coffee, have something sweet, chit chat with your friends, chit chat with your professors or your lecturers, right? So if your class is about 2 hours, after 1 hour into the class, there'll be like a 15 minutes fika break, or 20 minutes fika break, just to have coffee, or you want to use the restroom, or you just want to just like have a tete-a-tete with your classmate or your lecturer. So be prepared to have fika. Don't make it don't feel it's not going to be strange to you, right? So be prepared for that kind of thing here. Studying here can be an amazing experience, to be honest with you, but knowing what to expect can make your journey a little bit smoother. So these were the things that I wish I knew before I started my study here. And so, if you're preparing for your own adventure, I hope this point gives you an insight or helps you when you arrive here. At least you will not be a little bit shocked or surprised, just as I was, right? So, please, if you have any information you want me to talk about, please leave them in the comment section. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Hey though.